Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Jamuna Tira Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Swami Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premananda. Hari Hari Bol. Glorious to assembled devotees. All glorious to assembled devotees. All glorious to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3rd, chapter number 1, text number 10 and 11 and 12. Okay, good. यदोपहूतो भवनं प्रविष्टो मन्त्राय पुष्टः किल पूर्वजेन अथाह तन्मन्त्रदृशां वरीयान् यन्मन्त्रिणो वैदुरिकं वदन्ति. When Vidur was invited by his elder brother Dhritarashtra for consultation, he entered the house and gave instructions which were exactly to the point. His advice is well known, and instructions by Vidur are approved by the expert ministers of state. Political suggestions by Vidur are known as expert, and just as in the modern times, Pandit Chanakya is considered the authority in good counsel in both political and moral instructions. So Narendra Modi is also following in that footstep. You know that? Ajatashatroho pratiyachchadayam titikshato durvihasam tavaga sahanujo yatra vrikodaradhi swasanrushayatwamalam bibheshi. Vidur said, you must now return the legitimate share to Yudhishthira, who has no enemies and who has been forbearing through untold sufferings due to your offenses. He is awaiting with his younger brothers, amongst whom is the revengeful Bhima, breathing heavily like a snake. And surely you are afraid of him. What is that? It tells as it is. Text number 12. Parthastu devo Bhagavan Mukundo Grihitavan Sakshati Deva Deva Aste Svapurya Yadu Deva Devo Vinirjita Sheshandru Deva Parthan, the sons of Pritha, two, but Devaha, the Lord, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Mukunda, Sri Krishna, who awards liberation, Grahitavan has taken up, Sa with Kshiti Devaha, the Brahmanas and the demigods. Aste is present, Swapuriyam, along with his family. Yadu Deva worshipped by the royal order of Yadu dynasty, Vinirji, who have been conquered, Ashesha, unlimited, Nrudeva, the king's Deva, Lord. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The Kshatriyas used to fight the kings of various dominions and kidnap their beautiful princesses' daughters after conquering their relatives. This system was laudable because the Kshatriyas and the princesses would be married only on the basis of chivalry of the conquering Kshatriya. All the young princes of the Yadu dynasty married the daughters of other kings in this way, by chivalrous force, and thus they were conquerors of all kings of the world. Vidur wanted to impress upon his elder brother that fighting with the Pandavas was fraught with many dangers because they were supported by Lord Krishna, who had conquered even in his childhood demons like Kamsa and Jarasandha, and the demigods like Brahma and Indra. Therefore, all universal power was behind the Pandavas. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. When Krishna went out of Vrindavan, is considered Vasudeva because his majestic power have to be displayed. You don't require majestic power to create love. The majesty is all exhibited to subjugate other so-called powerful people. They require the majesty. For the personal interactions with his pure devotees, is a different subject matter, right? So a person in devotion must be well aware that what do we worship Lord Shri Krishna for? Nobody has conquered Lord Krishna through majesty. Krishna only can be conquered by pure love of Godhead. Ajo api jitasya, Brahma is praying that jnane prayase udapasya namanta evahi strength brahmati what is the 10th canto of Jnane Prayase? Can you bring 10th canto? Beautiful verse, Brahma is praying. Tad sanmukharitam bhavadiya vartam. Then Jnana Prayas and Karma Prayas, two things are taught by Brahma.
Brahma's praise.
This is part one, maybe.
Prayers by the demigods and Lord Krishna in the womb. Maharaj, chapter 2. Maybe chapter 2.
श्लोक नंबर कितना है?
Prayers by demigods.
Brahma's prayer are not in this. Can you bring the other canto number 2? Okay, here it is. Chapter number 1, Brahma's prayers. Brahma is praying, ज्ञाने प्रयासमुदपास्य नमन्त एव जीवन्ति सन्मुखरितां भवदीयवार्तां स्थाने स्थिता श्रुतिगतां तनुवां मनोभिर् ये प्रायसो जितोऽप्यस्य त्रैलोक्याम्. Those who, even when remaining situated in their established social position, throw away the process of speculative knowledge, and with their body, words, and mind offer all respects to the description of your personality and activity, dedicating their lives of these narrations, which are vibrated by you personally and by your pure devotees, certainly conquer your lordship, although you are otherwise unconquerable by anyone within the three worlds. Jnana prayas and karma prayas, these are the two endeavors which are detrimental to pure devotional service. They are not required. So, ज्ञाने प्रयासम udapasya namanta eva. Udapasya means giving up completely. Jnana prayas, the process of acquisition of knowledge about Krishna. Give up. But namanta, offering obeisances directly. Completely, and namant offer. Eva simply jivanti live sanmukharitam, chanted by pure bhavadiya vartam, the topics related to you. Give up all the endeavors to acquire the knowledge, but pay your obeisances directly and listen to Bhavadiya Vartam, the topics of your transcendental activities by the realized souls. So, sthane sthita. Stay wherever you are, in whichever position you are in material world. But Shrutigata, take the verdict of the Shastras. So, sthane sthita Shrutigatam tanumang manobhir. So those who, even while remaining situated in their established social position, throw away the processes of speculative knowledge. Don't pay any heed to such. Instead, with their body, words and mind, offer all respects to the transcendental topics of your activities, which are divine, dedicating their lives to these narrations, all right, which are vibrated by you personally or by your pure devotees, certainly conquer your lordship, even though you are unconquerable. Jito apyasya, ajito apyasya jito. ये प्रयासो जीतो अपि त्रैलोक्या, within the three worlds. Otherwise, Krishna is not conquerable by anyone within the three worlds. So you can see how these Pandavas were completely negligent in using any process, any methodology. So, why both karma prayas and jnana prayas are obstacles in executing pure devotional service. When in Upadeshamrita, the first, second, and third verses are very important. Vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jiva vegam, udarapastha vegam, etan vegan yovishareta dhira, sarvam api mam prithvim shashishyat. If a person controls these 6 urges, vacho vegam, mana vegam, krodha vegam, jihva vegam, udara upastha vegam, then he can become ideal guru for the whole world. All right? It's natural. Then it says, Atyahara prayasasya prajalpo niyamagraha janasangasya lauryascha sarvir bhakti vinashyati. 6 things. So, Atyahara and prayasasya. Prabhupada said, Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote on this Jnana Prayas. I gave seminar on this even in Brisbane, long time back. Karma Prayas and Jnana Prayas. For performing bhakti, you do not have to become expert first. You have willingness to do, and you will learn it, how to become expert. So, knowledgeability should be there, but first become bhakta and all these different courses are applied. It's not prerequisite. No. You have to develop. But sometimes people are overboarding. First you do bhakti sadachara. This course, learn. And then you can get initiated. Then do Bhakti Shastri or a Vaishnava etiquette. These are not prerequisites. They follow. But they are overriding. Srila Prabhupada. You can't enter into even Bhakti or what you call IDC course. It's called disciple course. Unless and until you chant 16 rounds minimum, that is okay. But for 4 negative principles, that is also okay. These are 2 prerequisites. But then, you must also read Prabhupada Lilamritam, pass that course. Or you do this Bhakti Vriksha for at least 1 year, like that. Then and then you will be allowed for the test. And then you will be able to, select a guru, not before that. Then let your guru accept you. And if he failed to respond for one Melbourne devotee in my sickness, then after 3 months I'm telling. So Maharaj, that will be now 6 months he has to wait from when you accept it. uh, are they necessary? Because you are not Guru who are going to teach everything. We have to become instructing Gurus first. As far as education is concerned, fine. But these are not prerequisites. They have been created. Anyway, if somebody is already appreciating Lord Krishna's intervention in that life, that's good enough to be subordinate. Recognize him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead and perform devotional service directly. Then, okay, recommendation is there. But this knowledgeability that you must study this, that is jnana prayas. Jnane prayase udapasya namante eva. So, here, in the case of the Pandavas, Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead, has accepted the sons of Pritha as his kinsmen, and all the kings of the world are with Lord Krishna. He is present in his home, and with his all family members, the kings and princes of the Yadu dynasty, who have conquered an unlimited number of rulers and their lord. Each and every son of Krishna, with 16,108 wives, he bore 10 sons. Right? So that many Yadus were created. Every palace of each wife became like a maternity hospital. But we never find, anything unusual. Directly, as Krishna is so powerful, his progeny is very powerful. And because of Kshatriya nature, they were kidnapping the daughters of any king. So, making their wives. So naturally, if they can do this kind of thing, very powerful and subjugating all others, what to speak? Krishna therefore said, they are so powerful, nobody can conquer. And if I am gone, then they will create havoc and increase the burden on the earth. Let me finish them before I leave. So that was the thing. The first thing he said was that Lord Krishna was intimately related with them as their cousin. So Sukadeva Swami is responding, right? So because Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is worshipable by all the Brahmanas and demigods who are the controllers of the universal affairs. Besides that, Lord Krishna and his family members, the royal order of his dynasty, were the conquerors of all kings of the world. The Kshatriyas used to fight the kings of various dominions and kidnap their beautiful princess daughters. After conquering their relatives, this system was laudable because the Kshatriyas and the princesses would be married only on the basis of chivalry of conquering Kshatriyas. All the young princes of the other dynasty married the daughters of other kings in this way by chivalrous force, and thus they were conquered, and they were conquerors of the all kings of the world. Even Samba, Krishna's son with Jambavati, kidnapped Lakshmana, the daughter of Duryodhana. You know, so Duryodhana must be very angry, right?
Yes.
But Balaram was on the side of Samba, so Duryodhana has to, so the war was avoided. So rules are very, very important. So, Vidur wanted to impress upon his elder brother that fighting with Pandavas was fraught with many dangers because they were supported by Lord Krishna, who had conquered even his childhood demons like Kansa and Jarasandha, and the demigods like Brahma and Indra. Therefore, all universal power was behind the Pandavas. What a straightforward counsel Vidur is giving to Dhritarashtra. So, let's see what Duryodhana had to. So we can read tomorrow. Anything to discuss?
Maharaj, in the third canto, Kapil Dev advised Devahuti, Lakshanam Bhakti Yogasya Nirgunasya Udahridam Haituhi Avyavahita Sa Bhakti Purushottame. The devotional service to the Supreme Lord should be uninterrupted and causeless. Uninterrupted and causeless. So in that case, the jnana. Yes. So that in that case, this jnana and the karma will be a hindrance or it is a supportive.
Jnana and karma are not prerequisites.
Correct. But can it be a supportive or it be a hindrance?
Karma yoga is
Karma yoga, yes. I mean karma
that
yoga.
is bhakti yoga. So you are supposed to work because it's your right, birthright. Karma nivadikaraste. Ma phaleshu kadachan. Why? Because bhakti is there. If you prefer not to do bhakti, means you are envious of Krishna and you are defying the instructions of wise counsel of every devotee, then let it be so. Krishna will teach you a lesson. Because you are violating the order. The order comes from Supreme Personality of Godhead. And if you violate, then you have to pay heavy prices. A rebellious soul is put into the jail of material nature, and yet he violates there also. Then Maya tare pashatere japati adhare. कृष्ण भूली गेला जीव भोगवांछा करे माया तारे झापटे करे झापटी है तारे माया तारे झापटी है तारे झापट means slabs of Maya. When you go to Srinathji temple, the Chapatiya is there with the gamcha.
Yes. What is that?
Yeah. The Chapati.
Ah.
Go. If you stare with Srinathji, our Srinathji will get, bad woman.
That's why every time they closes and open.
That's correct. So, that is the increasing the consciousness that we were at fault. But this can be also taken in another way, that devotees must study the Vedic literature while they perform the devotional service to verify they are on right track or not. So, the study may come and becomes devotional service. But you are already, without knowledge even, you are starting to serve Lord Krishna with humility. In humility we accept everything for practice of devotion through the standard process, and it's always glorious and furthering our devotional service and realizations. So, a study is to verify whether we are on right track or not.
Oh, I see. That's correct.
Abhyasa yoga yuktena chetasana nigamina purusham yanti. What is that last verse? Abhyasa yoga yuktena chetasana nigamina purusham param yanti, param purusham yanti. Bhagavad Gita. Look at the verse. Abhyasa yoga yukta. Okay. Abhyasa yoga yuktena chetasana nigamina paramam purusham divyam yati pathanuchintayan. With practice, O Partha, when you constantly engage the mind in remembering me, the Supreme Divine Personality, without deviating, you will certainly attain me. Lord Krishna has reiterated this instruction to always engage the mind in meditating upon God several times in the Bhagavad Gita itself. Verse 8.14, 10.10, 12.8, etc. emphasize the same concept. In this verse, Sri Krishna uses the word abhyasa, which means to practice. He says that we must train our mind and form a habit of always meditating upon God. This practice is not to be done at fixed time or regular intervals, but continuously as part of our daily life alongside our worldly activities throughout the day. We must remember that it is not the action that we are performing with our body, but where we are placing our mind that will shape our future. While performing our worldly duties, if we attach our mind to God, who is all pure, our mind will also get purified. When one is continuously engaging in devotional service with complete surrender to God, their purified mind will gradually get fully absorbed in God consciousness. Such souls receive the divine grace of God that liberates them from the bondage of Maya. Then God bestows upon these souls His unlimited divine bliss, divine knowledge, and divine love. They become God realized while they are still alive and live a complete life. Eventually, when they die, their soul ascends to the divine abode of God. So, abhyasa yoga yuktena chetasa nanyagāmina paramam purusham divyam yati partha anuchintayan. The abhyas is for anuchintayan. What is abhyas? Abhyas means practice. Abhyas doesn't mean study. What is the use of study? Only theory. You have to do practice also. So, abhyas means practice.
So, practice requires
what?
Knowledge? Knowledge?
No. By practice you will gain knowledge.
By practice you will gain
knowledge. Knowledge is no prerequisite. Otherwise, what is the purpose of doing abhyas? Knowledge is not a prerequisite. It's a concomitant factor of performance of devotional service. Jnana Vairagya. So, they are not prerequisites. They support your practice. Abhyas, while practicing, you are making a progress, because you are attaining Jnana and Vairagya also. At least it starts performing. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janetyasu Jnanam Vairagyam Chadahaitukam. Bhakti Yoga Prayojita. Prayojit means you engage. Then Jnana and Vairagya will be born through your practice. The Katha casts that Bhakti Devi have two children because Bhakti Devi and Krishna are so interconnected. Bhakti Devi bears two children. That is Jnana and Vairagya. कौन है? Male. After marriage, the children are born, not before. That's the
good
logic.
example. That's a good example.
And Kali Yuga, children are born before marriage. All right, Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Bless.